In the world of snowboarding, switch is an extremely neglected skill, and essentially switch means that you take your non-dominant direction and you let that foot lead the way down the mountain. Well, imagine you're riding, having the absolute best time ever, but all of a sudden your lead leg gets tired.
Stop, wait.
Darn it, your friends absolutely leave you.
My question is, how the heck do you not stop? Why do you not need a break? My leg is so tired.
Or have you ever had your neck absolutely be sore and you can literally not turn it one direction? Well, you may need to actually ride switch, then all of a sudden it's a great day. But it doesn't stop there. If you're able to learn the skill of switch, you're gonna be able to unlock unlimited amount of tricks. You're gonna be able to have way more fun and be way more adaptable in so many more situations. But I know it can be extremely daunting, scary, and intimidating to practice switch because you don't want to be crashing, falling, and getting hurt. So my number one recommendation, besides watching the entire video and the steps that are following, is allow yourself to get the mileage to become good enough to get confident and feel safe when riding switch. So you could start by doing one full run a day doing switch, or even more, or it could be as little as just practice a couple turns. But I'm going to take all the skills that I've learned from being an instructor, coach, and snowboarder for the last 25 years, put it in this video, and I'm literally gonna hold nothing back, so make sure you stay to the end.
So when I was learning how to ride switch, I absolutely struggled understanding the timing and coordination of my turns. So what really helped and worked for me is I would start off in a very slow side slip. A little bit of momentum will help, and then I would let my switch leg just go downhill a little bit, and then I would just come to a stop. The biggest thing with riding switch is I want to know that I can actually stop. So I'll point that board back downhill, but this time I'm gonna count to 1,000, 2, 1,000, pick up a little bit of speed and come to a stop. Then of course, what worked for me again was I just pick up a little bit more speed, get comfortable, and then I would come to that stop. That process for me just allowed my mind to know that I could trust putting weight on the front foot, trust slowing down. Then of course, I don't wanna just be able to only do a heel side turn, but then on my toe side, I would go start on my heels, go a little bit, and I would just come to a stop. Sometimes now I'm in this I'm stuck in this switch position. The best thing about this switch position is it's something that I'm comfortable with, but I don't know how to go with my heel side, so what I would do is sit down, turn around, and guess what? I get to stand back up and repeat that same process. The goal is to have a little bit of momentum and then be able to get that board down the hill, trust it, and here.
We could all agree that life is better outside, and when it comes to choosing your equipment, you need something that is going to elevate your day and not hold you back. That's why today's video is sponsored by Benetek by Goggle and Outerwear Company. If you're interested in picking up some gear, check out the link down below.
A couple other things that make riding switch a lot easier is we are not trying to definitively lift up all of our toes or press all of our toes down because we don't want to get in an edge of a carve. So what you want to do is actually imagine you have peanut butters all over the place and we're trying to smear. So as I go to my heel side, I want to put more weight on that lead foot, allowing that board to smear the snow. If I can think smear, it allows me to make more smooth and easy movements so I don't fall over. No! Oh no! So I can just get that smearing. Now you may be asking, how the heck do I smear? Well, for me, I like putting 60% of my weight on my lead foot. Then I can essentially get my knee to turn and it's gonna get that board to pivot. Look how easy this is. Now, next time you go snowboarding, you can literally just try this. Ride, point your board, pivot, come back. Pick up a little bit of speed, pivot. We're really trying to isolate this lead leg, pivot, boom. I'm gonna become so much more awesome at riding switch if I just simply do this. Look how easy it is. Now I could also do the same thing on my toe side, but I would definitely say make sure you find appropriate terrain, because if I'm gonna do a switch toe side turn, theoretically right now I'm gonna turn down the hill, so I don't wanna hit that, but I could do the same thing. So I'm actually gonna go a little to the right, and then I'm gonna point that board, smear a little bit, bring it back. Pick up a little bit of smear, speed, smear, bring it back. Pick up a little bit of speed, smear, and bring it back. But I didn't actually tell you how the heck I do it on my toe side. So when it comes to toe side, I like pressing my knee over my shin as if there's a bug on my ankle strap. That's gonna allow that board to pivot. But notice that I am not just hunching over. I got my spine to be upright, so I'm not doing this to turn. I really want to think about spine up, hips forward, and press your shin over your toe like this. Now we have way better terrain for this. I could also try this. I could be on a side slip, point my board down the hill a little bit, and then knee. And then point my board downhill, and then knee. And notice how I'm really able to practice this. The other thing that really helped my toe side turns was thinking about pressing my hips and my belly button over the edge. So as long as my belly button's over the edge, I'm gonna be in a better controlled body position. Notice how comfortable, I'm relaxed, I'm chilling. When I start breaking at the waist and I'm super hunched over, it's very stressful, very straining. It puts a lot of stress on my hip. My eyes can no longer freely look around because I'm like stuck here. So press your hips over the front of your board, and this obviously works for switch or regular, but when you're riding switch, just think about hips forward, make that turn. Hips forward, make that turn. Now the last thing that really helped me when it comes to riding switch is allowing my eyes to look in the direction I'm going. So if I want to go over here, I'm going to put my weight on and I'm going to look this direction. But as soon as I go here, I need to look where I'm going. That looking where I'm going is going to free up a lot of the body underneath you to maneuver the way it needs to. A lot of times beginner snowboarders or intermediate snowboarders, they have their eyes on the ground and they're looking down here. This becomes really hard. Notice my bad body position, my hunch, but I'm staring downhill. As soon as I look up, bring my chest up, now I can do really fun maneuvers effortlessly, simply because I'm allowing the spine and the eyes to be up. And then of course, look out for traffic. We're maneuvering. Then you can start doing really fun, twisty maneuvers, or you can start doing really fun, like look, 180, ride strong, 180, ride strong, frontside 360. So being able to ride switch and really unlocks so much of the just riding around and having fun. It also helps you from your legs burning or if you have a bad neck, but then it all of a sudden makes you way more of a versatile rider so that you can have more fun, have more playfulness. You can go in the park and then all of a sudden you open your bag of tricks simply by working on your switch riding. So if you're digging the content, give it a like, subscribe, and you're amazing. See you in the next video.
Try this the next time you go snowboarding, and it's not as hard as you think, but if you have hip or shoulder issues, definitely use caution. Tip number 1, finding the right terrain is definitely gonna make this 10 times easier, so make sure you have something that's moderately steep. Tip number 2, to actually get in this layback position, shift your board downhill while simultaneously getting your back hip to go as far past the tail as possible. Tip number 3, use your shoulders more of a balance point, not necessarily putting a lot of pressure on them because you don't wanna blow out your shoulders. Hold this body position as long as you're comfortable or as long as you have momentum, but because you stayed this long, I have a bonus tip just for you. Now the key to get out of this trick is to actually shift your board back underneath your center of mass, and then all you gotta do is stand up. If you're digging this style of content, definitely follow for more because I post every single day. Share this with a friend so we can make as many snowboarders as awesome as possible, and I'll see you tomorrow.